Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning. You never know.
Yay! Big stuff. We are going to go through hip flexor strengthening and mobility. Why, you might ask? Well, here's why. So your hip flexors, speaking as a person who had a hip flexor injury for a very long time, it's easy to not really strengthen them and like focus on them, and big muscles around them, your glutes, your quads, really can like overpower and overtake the exercise versus your hip flexors. So your hip flexors go from like the top of your quads to your lower abs, so like right here. You use them a lot with low-key everything, but also when you go into like walking, running, cycling, things like that, but certainly with squats, going on hip thrusts, things like that, just ab work, just utilizing these here and getting these strengthened, reducing injury, and just can help with your athletic performance overall. And you don't necessarily want imbalances of different areas of the body, right? So it's typically something that can be pretty overlooked. So we're gonna spend a little bit of time strengthening them, working on mobility. This will help you a lot with squatting. If you feel like you can't get super low in your squats, that would be me, right? Like I feel like I can't get that low when I squat. Has to do with ankle mobility and I believe hip flexor strength and mobility. So what I've been incorporating is going to be a little bit of strength here. So a little bit of a warm up. We're gonna go 90-90. So you're gonna have your heels down, your knees are up, and we're going to rotate over. You're going to look the direction you're rotating, come back in, and then rotate the other way. We're not gonna have a ton of exercises, and we're going to be very mindful of connecting our brain to our hip flexors, even right here as we kind of rotate up and out. Think through here on the front of your hip on rotating and using those to kind of pull you up and out as we rotate here. I'm very excited for you. A little slowed down today. Not necessarily a stretching video, but slowed down, right? So it may feel a little bit like a stretching video, but I like to think that as we get going, it won't feel a ton like a stretch, and low-key hip flexors will be a little sore. Things to use, mat. If you don't have one, you can always grab one. I'll link mats that I like just from Amazon. This one right here is a Manduka mat. They're great. We've had, my husband and I got these probably right when we first started dating, actually. It's like 4 years ago. And then I'm also going to use mini bands today. I have all the different styles of mini bands, extra light up to heavy. I put my brother on a hip flexor strengthening workout, and he texted me the other day and said, I have graduated to the light from the extra light. So big stuff. He's like, oh my good Lord, I have severely undertrained these. And that's okay. Sometimes you realize that, and that's delightful for you. So what we're going to do, I'm not even going to like demo this as a whole. We're just going to go through this kind of together. So you're going to have your feet out here in front of you. You're gonna sit up real tall. Again, you are thinking, I'm connecting to my hip flexors right here. So you're going to lift up with the right leg, and we're going to come out to that V, lift up, come back in. So this is you on this first exercise. If you need to, you could always just come here and then come back down. Perfectly fine. But I would even put my hands here so I can feel that they're activating. So we're going to go, let's go 5, one direction, and then we'll flip it and we'll go 5 the other. So let's pretend like I've only done 3, even though that was 5, but I felt like I talked through the beginning. So that's 4, and that's 5. Then we'll go the other way. Kind of root down into your butt here, right? Really sit nice and tall, up and over, and then come back in. So again, I kind of put my hands here so I can feel that they are activating on this. If you are here, beautiful, I like it. If you want to add a band around your ankles, if you're going right there in the middle, also beautiful, I love it. Whatever makes the most sense for you and feels the best here. One more. Cute. Now, I think I'm gonna go medium on my mini band selection, but we're going to go on a like knee tuck here. I'm going to flip you over to the side. Again, connect your brain here, but I'm going to be actually kind of back on my elbows, and I'm going to drive my foot in and then come back out. Again, I'm going to exhaust one side and then I'll flip it and I'll exhaust the other. But I'm connecting to right here on the front of my thigh, and that's what's pulling that knee in and working against the band. Again, let's go 5 on one side, 5 on the other. That's 5. All right, flip it, go the other way. Other foot rather, other leg, other hip flexor. How about that? Drive the knee in. Cute. 3, 4, and 5. Cute. Now, I'm gonna take you on a runner's lunge. For the runner's lunge, this is a little bit stretch-esque, but this is also very dynamic, very mobile. So we're going to be moving in this. So you're going to have your left knee down the ground. You can tuck this left foot, or you can come here and kind of flip up and under with your toes. Here gives you a little bit more on the ankle mobility, which is what I'm working on. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of tuck and flatten that foot out. So you're going to come as far back as you can. My hamstrings are incredibly tight, so I low-key can't go back that far. And then you come all the way through on this lunge. So I'm going to be here, kind of back and forth. You'll feel this through that back ankle. You'll feel this through the front hamstring. And then you'll also feel this in the hip flexors on each side as we kind of go back and forth here. One's kind of tightened up, one's loosened out. Cute. We're just going to spend time here. Low key, I'm not even counting. I'm just kind of going with the groove, with the feel. Okay, I'm going to do one more. And I'm gonna flip sides. Cute. Okay. Whew. I just got so much deodorant on my black pants. I know it. I can sense it. Okay. Flip your back foot under. And then kind of lunge through that front leg. And then come back and in. And you might notice one leg, one side, is a little bit more loosened up than the other. One's a little bit tighter than the other. Beautiful. Again, you're kind of just feeling this out. Like, I'm just kind of going and feeling the stretch. Once I feel the stretch for a few seconds, then I flip and I go back the other way. And I kind of just sink into it and feel it back that way too. So on the backs of the hamstrings, on the fronts of the thighs, in the ankle. Cute. All right, now let's flip you back down. I'm gonna take you again on that 90-90. So you're back here on your heels. Again, let's go and work on, again, you're connecting your brain to your hip flexors as you kind of rotate up and over. I did, I got a lot of deodorant on my black pants. It's not what you want in your day, I'll say it. Cute. Nice. Again, keep looking the direction that we're rotating here, right? Sit up nice and tall. It's very easy to start to kind of slump over like I do because my posture just is incredible. I'll say it, it's incredible. So, have to remind myself, sit up tall. Sit up tall, Mindy. Okay, cute. Let's go another time around. Feet out in front of you. I've been bullied enough on my socks. I'm just kidding. I asked for it, I did. So now I'm not wearing socks because I feel like my pants are too high that I gotta go either ankle sock or bust. But I'm gonna go bust on the situation so I don't get caught out again on my ankle sock journey. And there you go. Connecting here. I don't know why I put my hands onto the side. Again, we're gonna go 5 one way, and then we'll flip it, and we'll go 5 the other. That's 3. Whew. That's 4. 5. Spicy. I like it. Three. I'm gonna make merch that says strong hip flexors only. It'll be really niche merch. It's gonna be fanny packs and stickers. No shirts, no hats, no socks, just fanny packs and stickers only. And tiny water bottles. Hashtag strong hip flexors only. I like that. That's a good time for everybody. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna increase to the heavy, and we're gonna see if I regret my decision. You assess your miniband deal. If you ever need to, you can always go no miniband, right? Perfectly cool. You're gonna come down on your little elbows, your little forearms. Again, we're driving in, and you're connecting to the front of your leg. I'm gonna keep telling you that till the dawn of time, that you connect your brain to the muscle that you are trying to work. Fun fact, studies show that by doing so, by thinking about the muscle that you are working, the muscle activation increases, switch legs, by 30%. Isn't that wild? I know, I agree. Cute, that's 3. That's 4, and 5. Yes. Strong hip flexor club. Okay, here we go. Flip you over on your runner's lunge. Oh, hold on, I didn't tuck my toe. There we go. Oh, look at her go. Look at her go, look at her go. Yeah, if you feel good and you feel like you can get all the way back on that heel, then cool. Spicy. See, I feel this in the back ankle. And now I feel this through the hip flexors on both sides, through the front ankle, kind of on the back side. Let's go one more time around. Or if you want to stay in it longer, then by all means, you can. Beautiful. Okay, switch sides. And I don't know if this will be the same. Oh. Look at that, a modern miracle. Here we all go. Again, kind of feel this out, spend some extra time one way or the other if you need to. This is for you and for you alone. You can always slow this video down, right? Probably should have told you that earlier, but that's okay. I'm telling you now. You can do this twice. You can do this 3 times if you want to. If you do it 1,000 times through, I would recommend not going super heavy on the miniband, just to make sure you don't do a little overuse situation. But yeah, no harm, no foul on the working the stretch here. Another thing you're probably wanting to focus on, see how when I come forward, my heel lifts up off the ground? If you can keep that heel down and get forward into that lunge without it coming up, pretty good ankle mobility, I would gather to say. And that's kind of the goal in that front lunge. You can see that I'm pretty far away from it. Like I'm tight right there, and then I have to lift up to get further. We're gonna go through one more time around. So we're not gonna do the 90-90s, but we are going to go again on the 3 exercises. Kind of roll out the ankles if you need to. That was hostile, that was dicey on those bad boys. Okay. Connect. Let's start with the other side first this time around. So again, we're gonna go for 5. No one's looked more serious on their hip flexors than me right now. I felt like I'm really like, have you seen those 2 kids, their siblings, and they are showing their pigs and they're like really intense on they're legit pig showers, if you don't know what I'm talking about. I don't even know how to find it. It's hard to search for things on Instagram, so maybe search for it on Google and then maybe they pop up via Instagram, I don't know. But they're intense and they mean business and I like it. Switch legs. Cute, that's 3. Think through, right? You're still feeling those hip flexors activating on all these lifts. Okay, let's go one final time here. What's this called? Band around the feet. Back on your, what are these called? Forearms. Wow, struggling on words, and that's okay. 2, 3, again, thinking through the hip flexor, doing work for you here, right? 4, 5, nice. Flip legs. 1, 2. Cute. One more. Yep. That's the secret sauce right there. I like it. Okay. One final time. You thought you were getting out of the runner's lunge, didn't you? Don't be so fooled. Okay, here we go. Here we all go. We're feeling ourselves. We're getting back. Or again, maybe you're not quite there on stretched out and you can't quite get back that far. A-okay, right? Perfectly fine. Again, I want to remind you, this is for you. This is to get you better at your hip mobility, ankle mobility, knee mobility. Back. My knee just popped. That was honestly kind of spiritual. Good. Let's go one more time through.
I've been the man, you verse me, I know you would never win. Rarely take an L, never been a fan. Added sense, top speed,
okay. Flip to the other side.
First they all hate, then they want to make friends.
Wouldn't it be funny if I just like put this mobility little session to just like hard rock, and that was the music I selected? It's like screamo. You know, actually, one time, actually several times, I went to hip hop yoga. So fun, so delightful, big fan. If you have that in your area, this was when I was in college, and they had it at the local yoga studio. I don't know that we have it here. I haven't seen it yet, but neither here nor there. So fun. We were doing like, I don't know, pigeon pose to like candy shop. It was great. It was a really delightful time for everybody. Had a good time. The lights were off. It was just, again, spiritual is one word I would use to describe it. Let's go forward one more time, and then we will call it a day on our hip flexor strengthening. Whew, okay, whoa, God, almost fell over. Okay, cute. Feel free to add this in 2 days a week. I don't know, something like that, maybe even 3. I probably do 2. And do that for a couple weeks and see how you're feeling squatting wise. I don't know why I'm putting these all on my lap like this. It's just soothing for absolutely no reason. But yeah, Add in 2 days a week, probably. Again, if you're feeling feisty, you can go 3. And see how that feels as far as squat depth, you know, just feeling on walks, runs, cycles, those kinds of things. So, very important. That is my PSA on hip flexors. Merch coming soon on stickers and fanny packs only. No other merch except for tiny water bottles. Okay, really good times. Thank you. Thank you, thank you.